Well, people are finding a lot of different ways, right, to take care of their mental health, whether that's reading a book, exercising, watching a good show, or spending some quality time with your favorite animal. Kevin Petersen with the Chronic Hope Institute is joining us now, along with his own therapy dog. First of all, it's nice to have you in studio.
Thank you.
It's been so much fun this morning.
Yeah, it's so much fun to be here. And I'm going to tell you something. Bert is very interested in that bacon-flavored perfume.
I can only, as we all are, I understand. Tell us a little bit about Bert. He's just been so well behaved this morning.
So Bert is a Boston Terrier. He is my therapy dog. He's an emotional support animal. He's 6 years old, and when he was 6 months old, he just started coming to the office, and he just took to it right away. And now, it's just his idea is that his entire day should be spent sitting on people's laps.
I mean, what better way to spend a day? I love it. Can you tell a little bit about what he does for you?
Sure. So, sort of like what you were saying, is he's super well behaved. He puts everybody at ease. He makes everybody feel safe and comfortable. Therapy dogs in general have an amazing ability to just sort of bring the tension down. I mean, I've literally had clients that walked in completely upset, freaked out, crying. Bert climbs into their lap, and they're just like, "This is the best day of my life."
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is that? I've always been really interested in the physical reaction people have to having, Bert in your lap when you were in that moment of crisis.
So, it goes back to, it does produce the same dopamine, the serotonin, oxytocin, all that sort of stuff, because it's safe and relaxing and comfortable. But there's also this piece that's really interesting, is that it brings people back to their childhood or when they had a puppy. And Boston Terriers were popular about 100 years ago. I cannot tell you the number of times I'll talk to someone who's older. It's like, I had a Boston Terrier, my mom had a Boston Terrier. And so they get an immediate connection with the situation.
That makes so much sense when you just say it out loud like that, right? It's like, oh, that is why I get so happy when I'm around animals.
Yeah.
So he is a therapy dog.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Did he go through training, or how does that part work?
Well, he's an emotional support animal. So in 2018, my wife was diagnosed with 2 kinds of cancer, and it put us through a lot of stuff. So we had him declared one. He hasn't been through any formal training. He just sort of took to it on the job training, and just enjoys it right off the bat. Not all dogs have the temperament to be able to sit with people all day long and comfort them.
Right.
And as you can see, he's just really feels, he'd like to be in your lap.
I'm sure I'm about to get him in my lap in the next ad break. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly.
So for folks then, does it have to be an emotional support dog? Can you just go find someone that's a good fit for your family?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And obviously I'm a big fan of going to the shelters, and because there's plenty of dogs there that need lots of love, and they're very kind and sweet and wonderful. And Colorado has an amazing program also called the Colorado Cell Dogs, where the dogs are raised in prison and trained and obedience trained, and they're wonderful animals, and they just make a great addition to the family. And or if you're by yourself, it's just someone that can again relieve anxiety, relieve depression, relieve loneliness, because you have someone that's there that loves you and then wants to spend time with you.
Yeah, it's excited to see you come home.
Yeah,
wants to go out on a walk.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fabulous. For anybody who is saying, hey, this sounds like something that would really help me, I'm a little overwhelmed with where to start.
Yes.
What would you say is a good first step?
Well, I would say the Denver Dumb Friends League, the Colorado Cell Dogs, the Denver Humane Society is where I would start. And there are definitely situations where you can go just sort of check it out, see how you feel about it, and talk to the dogs, get to know them. And, I know you guys, on the 9 News Health Fair, sometimes you guys have the animals. Yeah. And those...
Yeah, I had one more question just about some of the health effects of it when it comes to a traumatic brain injury or Alzheimer's. I wanted to make sure that we get to that point too.
So it turns out that actually just holding the animals, playing with the animals, retraces the brain pathways. And I'm not a real technician on that side of stuff, but they have seen with Alzheimer's patients and TBIs, they have seen people actually regain capabilities just from hanging out with dogs and from petting them and playing with them. And I think a lot of it has to do with sort of relaxing them and again putting all the serotonin back in and bringing back the happiness in their life.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you for bringing Bert in.
Yeah, you bet.
Bert has already made us all very happy this morning. It's so true. Everyone's tension level has gone down. All right. Well.